love Michigan sports. Red Wings, Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Michigan State, and the list goes on. And you love beer. Who doesn't? What if we mixed the two together? This is State of My Sports. We'll talk everything Michigan sports, like only we do, and then we'll down our fair share of beer from a local brewery, grading the beer throughout the episode. So pop a cold one on your end, and we'll get busy on ours. This is the State of My Sports.
And this is episode 153. We're at White Flame Brewing Company tonight here in, is it technically Hudsonville, Michigan, or Georgetown, or what is this? Hudsonville, Michigan. After our DeHop Slice segment, we're going to talk some NFL draft and some Detroit Lions rumors, all that good stuff. We're going to have mock draft 6.0. We're getting hot and heavy into the draft. Not that we haven't been before, but we're there. I mean, we're within, a little less than 2 weeks?
10 days, right?
10 days till our watch party at DeHop, so that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. We're going to have another Wednesday Parlay stinker last week, or we had another Wednesday Parlay stinker last week. This week, no. We're going to get back on.
Called himself out.
We're going to get back on track and get a. I already set myself up.
Like the stinker.
We're going to have a good smelling parlay.
Good smelling parlay. I like that. All I can smell is the pizza and the mac and cheese right now. This is good stuff. But yeah, we're gonna have a good win in our Betting Hero segment, and of course we'll grade some great State of Michigan craft beer. If you're joining us live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch, please let us know in the conversation or in the comments. Be part of the conversation. John is back there. He's going to read your comments, every single one of them. So
I'm cutting off whoever's talking, and I'm reading comments.
Reading comments.
Mid-sentence, full breath, I don't care.
Yeah.
Perfect.
They might actually be good comments since it won't be me this time.
Exactly. Yeah, but cut them in half this time. But before we do jump in, I did want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors that help keep this thing rolling and for our listeners. DeHop Brewing Company Cafes, the official brewery of State of My Sports. Mac Web Design helped us get our website up and running, and Betting Hero helps us and you get the best promotions available in the sports betting world. Promo code MyBets. I'm Sam Waltart. With me today, we got Ryan Waltart.
Hello.
Micah Smith wearing a beautiful hat. He's covering the logo though with his glasses on. Thank you. And John Dornbross working behind the scenes better than ever. Who's this? I can't remember. Can you introduce yourself?
I wandered in off the street.
He looks like a stranger.
My name is Carlos Spicy.
Hello,
Carlos.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
I mean, this is Kyle, I think. Kyle Fassi.
Yeah, Fassi. Yeah, you said that. You got that right. It's been a while.
Kyle Face.
Right.
Face. Oh, what is it? Siri says something really. I think she calls you Face. Kyle
That would
Faze.
kind of make sense.
Yeah, Faze or something.
Moneymaker.
I don't listen to her very much. But.
No, I wouldn't either.
No, but yeah. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
We're here at White
Flame. Having me.
And whenever we're on location, Kyle's like, "Got an extra mic?" I'm like,
kind of thinking about it.
Free beer? Oh, okay. Let me clear my Tuesday.
No, I mean, being close here.
That can't be it, because that's like every week if you want to.
That's true.
That's
that
a great
is true.
point.
It is always free beer.
Yeah.
This is just, it's not the only reason, but Ryan is correct.
I mean, let's just give
It's a big part of it, right? That's fair. I mean, I wouldn't come if it wasn't free.
Right? We used to do it when it wasn't free.
First comment came in and said the music was too loud and they couldn't hear us, but we're here now, right? Live?
Yeah.
I don't know why it wasn't loud in my headphones.
Was too loud.
Let's go.
I don't know. Who was the comment from?
Brittany?
Come on, Brett.
All right.
I
Brett,
noticed that last week.
Let us know how the mix is, too.
The music is kind of, you guys are a little hard to hear when the music is still playing.
Over the music.
All right. No, that's good to know. We'll have to figure that. That's probably because of the way I have it set up now.
Remember the way Sam has it.
Let's reset. You guys want to do the intro over again? Let's do the intro.
Oh,
ready? No? I don't want to do that.
I can't hear anything.
Hot draft.
6.0 music time. No, but we're here at White Flame. Really excited about it. You guys are eating, Micah. I don't know if you're going to eat on camera or not, but you can do it
100%
for sure.
Yeah?
Micah's a mug club member. It looks like.
Yeah, look at that thing.
I am.
That's a sweet mug.
Other than the etching on it.
Well, what's wrong with the etching? It says White Flame.
Yeah, the Go Pack Go crap.
It says,
you know what's funny is I
pop.
got you to say it. I didn't even ask you.
Did just say it.
Do not cut that ever.
He did just say "Go Pack Go."
Yeah, that's going to be on the iPad
love
next
this
week.
guy.
Yeah. That's a drop.
Good thing I control it. I'm never going to push
He's keeping that really far away from me too.
No, but let's get right into our flight segment. Ryan, Tigers have kind of been doing what they're doing. I mean, I don't know. Tell us, really, the injuries are kind of the biggest issue here. What's going on, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are you seeing so far?
Yeah, well, to begin the season, we talked about the depth of their pitching staff and getting some veteran arms, to kind of, I don't know, round out the starting five. And we've already seen this, the first 2 times through, we've seen a lot of injuries occur. So even before the season started, guys like Spencer Turnbull on the IL, Jose Cisnero right at the beginning. Kyle Funkhauser was a late scratch in April. Casey Mize went on the 10-day IL. This was after his second start. And then the very next day, Tarek Skubal went out there and left the game early because of shoulder issues. And then right after that, Matt Manning. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Tarek Skubal pitched, right? But then Matt Manning left the game early and is now on the IL as well.
Did he get put on the IL? I didn't notice that.
Or I guess you're right. Day to day.
Day to day, okay.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure he will, and then the retro.
I was expecting, exactly, yeah. And then, but I think this just shows and then, I'm not even done. So Javi Baez, 10-day IL. Andrew Chafin, the guy we traded for or signed in the offseason.
Yep.
He was a big reliever. At this
He hurt his
point,
groin.
At this point, we have a whole bunch of guys who are either AAA type of talents that we're now seeing. But this again just shows that in baseball, you do not plan your season around 5 starters.
This is crazy. As a novice baseball watcher, this list already and the names that I actually know on here, which are some big names for the Tigers, like that are already
important ones.
Important ones, yeah.
I think the biggest. I mean, this list. So I pulled this off of like a snapshot of basically MLB.com had like a full list of each teams, and the Tigers had by far the longest list.
Yeah,
and it's not even just the length; it's the quality of guys that are on this list.
Riley Green,
and it's just like we were set up to be like, all right, we have to survive April. That's kind of the biggest thing. It was a tough schedule, or it is a tough schedule. We're in the middle of it. Last year, what we went through, like we lost the division before we could even pretend that we were even a contender, and then we played 500 ball, and that was a big don't let that happen again. And now these injuries are just like, God, it's gonna happen again, and they're taxing the bullpen. Not Kyle Funker, who started today. Tyler Alexander. He went 1 inning.
Yep,
he threw 40-something pitches in the first inning. I don't know if you guys saw that.
And then the reliever came in. And
then
he got hurt in the middle of the inning, and then we had to get the next guy up.
Yeah,
so. Is this a spring training thing?
Yeah, right.
The short training?
That's what a lot of people are saying, but man, it's crazy what's going on.
Well, and then to your point, though, Riley Green, he's nothing to do with spring training. It was just an injury, right? Derek Hill, he's out. Javi Baez, he's out. Yeah, I don't know. The list is long. Jake Rogers.
This is a huge list.
So it shows how depth is so important in Major League Baseball, and you cannot just rely on 5 starting pitchers as your rotation.
But that's the biggest thing that I think the Tigers improved on was the depth in this offseason. Did they get the Correa? No. I mean, we liked the Javi Baez signing, obviously. But when you can call up Willie Castro, who was on the opening day roster last year, got a lot of playing time last year, last couple years, and now he's the guy you're calling up instead of the guy you're relying on to start. That's where I think this organization's done a good job. And I'm going to say organization and Alavila, I'm going to give him a little credit for what they did.
Pat him on the back.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him, but Kyle, I have a blank number here for you. Like, what was your flight segment? All right, so the flight segment for you. Do we need to explain this to him or no?
No, I watch sometimes.
Sometimes,
but you told me.
Do you usually make it to the flight segment though? I know it's past the intro.
The flight segment.
That's your favorite part of
the first hour.
You do know what a flight segment is?
Yes, I do.
Flight is like a short, like fly through it.
Fly. And that's where I'm going with it.
There you go.
That's where I'm going with it because Sam told me it doesn't have to be about sports.
It doesn't. I mean, it always has been.
Self-proclaimed, not a sports guy.
Yes. On this podcast for some reason.
He's a leader of men like Dan Campbell. Not an X's and O's guy.
Not a sports guy.
I want to talk about no more masks on airplanes. And this is probably polarizing. Maybe not with this crowd, but...
I got to have a... There we go. There it is.
Should have been done forever ago when they tried to then re-extend it and everything like that. Like, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask.
Yep.
I don't care. And they're still going to hand them out if you want them, things like that. But even I was going to say too, we flew like 10 days ago back from Florida. No enforcement.
Really?
My wife never put a mask on.
What did you fly?
Time.
Did you say? Did you say what you flew? Was it American?
No. What was it? It was a budget one. Allegiant.
Private. Sorry, it was a private jet.
No, not a private.
That makes more sense.
They never had to do it. So.
Yeah.
It's just like they're recycling the air in those planes every 2 to 3 minutes. Like there's never been a proof of a breakout from an airplane. There's like, what are we doing
That
here?
was the first excuse when masks were mandated in the country, but not on airplanes because the recirculation was great.
Yes, yeah.
It's
And then
HEPA-filtered air, yeah.
Right. It's extremely well-filtered air.
It's pressurized.
Yeah.
It's literally like, if they don't do it, you will die at 40,000 feet. So
I was always the guy that would actually bring like my own sanitizing wipes and actually like wipe down.
we do too.
My seat
we do
and like
too.
the hand, that's just common sense. And,
It is.
and I still would advise people to do that because airplanes are gross.
They are, yeah.
But the air's not the problem.
No,
it's
exactly. We do the same
They
thing.
used to
'cause, like,
smoke on airplanes.
yeah.
I still think you should.
I think
be able to.
hey, light her up, baby.
Just everybody in the
They
back.
might land
Smoke
that
'em
plane
if
and
you
kick
got
you
'em.
off.
Pretty glad they don't.
So I don't fly a ton, but like, weren't you just saying you're going somewhere? You're going overseas?
Yeah, I'll be going to Germany coming up here in June or late May into June.
I gave him
It
a,
just
a
makes life so
3-week
much easier.
vacation.
You gonna wear a
it
mask?
does.
Not anymore.
No,
No,
they're not going to make me. No.
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 Or are you gonna wear one though?
I'll wipe down my seat.
Yeah,
with
that's what.
Clorox.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good.
We always just do that. And my dad was like, "Were you nervous?" I'm like, "No, I don't want sick kids on vacation.
It's just
Is my
gross.
problem. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and it's gross.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was fun to see like the Instagram posts
It
of
was
like
so cool.
like mid-flight,
Mid-flight,
stuff.
yeah.
The pilot or captain. It's a pilot, obviously. Stupid. I don't know what I'm thinking there, but it's a
Pilots fly planes.
The
And
driver.
they're also captains.
the driver.
I think it's actually both.
I think he also changes the oil too. I'm not positive, but I think that's how it works.
He fuels it.
You're landing this flight, Sam. Come on, man.
The airplane
but-
driver.
Yeah, that guy. That's who we were all talking about. Oh no, but yeah, he would like come onto the intercom and be like, "Well, this just passed. We get
Yeah.
messages from our company, blah blah blah." And then like the stewardess are like dancing and
Really?
They're
I
going
didn't
down
see
the
that.
Dude, it's
aisle.
fun. It's
like,
cool.
the-
It's cool stuff.
They're singing, dancing, going down the aisle, collecting the
masks,
masks.
like throw them out. There was
Throw
like
'em
a
away.
mask thrower out or singer or something like
Yeah,
that. I saw.
yep, yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Why didn't
So
they
if you
just
don't-
open up
if
the
you don't know
door?
who I follow on, yeah, right. If you don't know who I follow on Instagram, I'm sure you do now.
You do now. Yes.
you know where I stand. But that's fine. I think I've made that pretty clear.
There was
in previous
never
episodes too.
science behind it.
Yeah.
There was it made no sense.
Everybody's so ornery on flights anyways. It's like
Yeah, and just one more thing to make it
Everybody's
worse.
just like,
yeah.
Right on that
hates it
edge.
anyways. Yeah.
Right on that edge.
Oh man.
If I have to drink 7 beers, I'm not putting a mask on.
Yeah. At $8 or $9 a pop.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. What did you say? Are you gonna leave me alone?
Oh, you can never do
I
it right.
can't
Yeah.
hear
No
you.
reason to panic. Oh, really? Oh, great. Good to know.
It's actually exactly what it is.
Put my headphones back
Yep.
in. I'm just gonna watch. I'm just gonna watch The Office until we crash.
Yeah.
It's fine. Or-
I'll go down with this. Is that
Yeah.
our first non-sports flight segment?
I think it is. Yeah.
I think it's worth
mean,
celebrating.
We've touched
I'm
on other
excited.
stuff
Absolutely.
that had like certain,
Other implications.
yeah. We've talked a little bit about.
Well
it.
done, Kyle.
We like talked Kyrie, which leads me to John's flight topic, right? Kyrie, baby.
Can't get this guy out of the news.
Dude, this guy is double burden
Troublemaker.
everybody.
I love the way he did it.
Yeah,
I do.
returns to Boston where he went and had a lackluster stop with the Celtics, and they're playing in the playoffs, Boston Garden. The fans start heckling him, right? And they get under his skin, kind of get in his head. He's taking the ball out of bounds, kind of flipping the bird, saying some profanities. They caught him going into the tunnel at halftime
Yeah.
and after the game, and then his post game
Yeah.
interview. I mean, just full of profanities.
I think he
man.
told somebody a B to suck his D or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh.
Yeah, he did. It was like you could hear that was walking to the locker room, I think.
Yeah, he threw the whole dictionary out there. Let's
Yeah.
be honest, the stuff we learned on the playground, right? So
Yeah.
I guess my
Yeah.
question for you guys: is there any athletes, professional athletes, any sport, any arena, any setting that you wish you could talk smack to, and get inside their head a little bit, fluster them up in a key game?
I think you should be able to do that on a golf
great
course.
Question.
I would love to see these golfers, these prima donna golfers, go through.
Wow, that's
This
strong.
is 2 weeks in a row I've gone after golfers.
So like Shooter McGavin, Happy
Yeah,
Gilmore.
Go something like that.
We need
like,
some beach balls.
Yeah,
Sign 'em
make it
booties.
crazy.
Honestly,
Tell these guys where you really think of them, before they hit the ball. The ball's not moving. Why do I have to be
True.
quiet?
True.
Yeah.
You got like baseball players, the ball's coming at them
Seems harder.
90 plus miles an
Seems
hour.
harder, yeah.
And then you got the golf ball just standing still, but be
Yeah.
quiet, please.
Yeah, but have you ever
Like
played golf
tennis,
though?
too.
It's kind of hard.
Oh, I'm terrible. I'm terrible at golf.
hard.
I'm not saying
Not
it's
that
easy.
easy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's easy, but if you're
Passive aggressive.
one of the best of all time or like the greatest on this earth, do it with a little noise going on too.
Yeah,
And don't be
Sure.
a little prick about it.
me, honestly, I would love to chirp a professional hockey player just to see what they say back.
Sean
you know?
Avery would be a fun one to go after.
Hilarious.
And he would just go right back at
Did you see? Did I send you that video of him decking that kid in the league he was playing in?
Oh yeah, he he did the poke in the back of the leg thing, and just like that was
the
like
guy
some
must have had
men's
weak
game.
knees or something
Yeah.
because he went
down.
like a tree. Like
Yeah.
It was rough.
I was thinking LeBron James.
Just chirp.
I
LeBron.
had a
You
dr-
could get under
I had
his
a-
skin, I
I had a
bet.
dream that I actually guarded him and like took him out of the game. It was in the finals. And it is one of those things that I think is kind of prophetic.
Yeah,
right?
Right,
it's
yeah.
coming. It's
We
coming.
gotta
gotta
make it
happen.
What?
As
You
long-
took
just
him
don't
out of the
forget
game?
us.
I took him out of the game.
Just don't forget.
No,
Ryan
like
to
what'd you
make
do
it
to
big,
him?
He
Ryan.
couldn't do anything.
He just couldn't handle.
yeah, I was just guarding him too well.
I would heckle Sam playing hockey.
You do that anyways.
But like Davin, like when you were in college or something, like if I go
you
back,
can hear him on the ice.
Yeah, the people hear me more than I can hear the fans
that's
because I
probably
just
true.
don't stop talking.
You should heckle Sam during like a live read.
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be really.
But I'm with Micah. It'd be awesome to heckle a goalie, right? As like the puck's coming in, like
yeah.
on a breakaway, and just like whisper something behind the ear a little bit, get them like riled up.
Hockey players are mentally strong, though.
The
John, did
fans
he do the birds when he was like pretending, like
To
right?
stretch
He was
or
scratching his
something?
head and then he went.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If it was LeBron, he'd be like. I was just getting my hands all good to play this game.
Now he got
Did
fined $50K today,
John,
right?
did you
Yeah.
have one that stood out to you that made you think of the question, or were you just like
An athlete.
yeah?
Athlete in mind. I mean, this is a little bit before my time. I was a little kid, but Reggie Miller. I just hated Reggie. He's
I want to heckle him now.
yeah. He's I don't know. He's just a goofy looking dude. I mean, we all are, but you could get some jokes at him. You know, like
Oh yeah.
yo mama jokes. I
Yeah.
just I don't know.
I don't like that guy.
By
Whenever
a-
he's on Dan Patrick, I about lose it. Not that I listen to Dan Patrick, but
I do.
do you? I just realized McLovin he was gone. I had
The
no
show
idea.
has been so much better since
Yeah?
he left. You would not believe.
Really?
It's definitely
Really?
been
So much better.
It's been a little more comical for sure.
Yes, yeah, more laughs, more.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fritzy's getting more airtime,
He
and
is.
that's what we
He's
all
been
deserve.
showing up for it too. Like,
Yep.
he's been doing great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I like his dry humor. He does a good job.
Fritzy?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flight segment.
Cool, yeah.
What do we think of Dan Patrick? No. All right, Micah,
Good.
you can go next, and then I will wrap
Love
it up.
I'm
So the match is happening again this year. The golf match. You guys remember
Oh, I
last
wondered what
few
that-
years
yeah.
have been happening with celebrities or more football players. So we had Brady, Rodgers, DeChambeau, and Phil Mickelson in 2020. They're on the course in 2020. It was a celebrity kind of golf outing, and they're bringing it back this year, and it's going to be Brady and Rodgers versus Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes.
The old versus the new.
Yeah, old
Yeah.
versus the new.
Yep. Yeah.
The old guys versus the new guys.
So, all right. Going after golfers again, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Do we like that there's no professional golfers part of this?
No, I would prefer there was. I liked it when it was. I know you hate him, but Phil and Tiger, I thought was a great.
hate Phil.
That's how it started, right? Phil and Tiger.
Yeah,
And
and,
what
and,
year
they,
was
and
that?
they had a quarterback with him, right?
That was
I think
that was
I like
2020,
better.
I think.
That was
during,
the first. It was during the pandemic, yeah,
right?
because you could social distance on a golf course. I think.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
the next year they brought celebrities in with them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I think that was
yeah.
like one of the first like live sporting events outside of UFC
Yeah.
during
Right.
the pandemic.
So now I've just moved past it and no golfers want to partake anymore.
Pretty much.
They're
yeah.
probably busy
It's also
actually
mid-season.
golfing. Yeah, exactly.
So it's
It
like,
is
yeah.
mid-season, yeah.
yeah, that's kind of the point. So I think it's cool if they wanted to start something like this and this is their way of keeping it going.
I want
Sure.
them to bring on like NHL players, and the NHL golfers could really show these NFL guys what golf's really about, because there's some really good hockey golfers in this world, but they just keep it NFL. You gotta talk NFL, right? Like
the league, baby.
It could expand.
It should.
It really could.
should.
Should be like a 4-man scramble, 2 teams.
Oh,
8
that
guys.
would be fun. Like
That would
you
be
get
cool.
a few from each league and stuff. You get your best. And
Bring-
There you go.
The key is they need hockey
Have a
players that
full
are
tournament?
famous.
Mike Knuble.
so no, there's none.
Well, I'm just saying, like no, like a Sidney
I've
Crosby
never-
or somebody
Wayne
like with a big
Connor
name.
McDavid.
Yeah, McDavid.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody hit the ball further than Mike Knuble. I played.
Yeah.
I played in a scramble
kill it?
with him. Yeah,
Really?
out at Thousand Oaks.
Ridiculous.
I guarantee he can hit the ball over 400 yards.
Really?
Yes.
Gosh.
No,
My goodness.
I would love to see
Not
some
bad.
baseball players smack the ball.
Baseball. I think you get.
I bet
Pulled
you-
one from
I-
every sport. Like
Aaron
every
Judge?
game.
Fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
You definitely got to put John
Alright.
Daly in
Yeah.
this event. If you're gonna have any golfer, put John Daly in there and make it
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It's
I think-
comical.
I think you seriously should have a professional athlete from each sport and a professional golfer, and you do like a scramble or something like that, and
Yeah.
just like a tag team it. You know, I think that's the best way to go.
not bad.
But
Should email them
Yeah, I'm gonna email the
the match.
TNT.
Why don't you do it right,
I think it's
why don't
TNT.
you do it right now?
honestly,
We'll
though,
wait.
I mean, what's new? The NFL expanding its footprint subsequently with, these QBs want to get on the course, get a little bit of airtime,
That
a little bit of superstar.
I'm surprised Steph Curry and LeBron aren't playing.
yeah.
Does
That
LeBron
league is
play
a
golf?
beast.
know
I
what
don't
golf
know.
is?
I don't know. I don't know if LeBron does or not. Maybe Charles Barkley and Jordan. I don't know.
Steph is great. He's a
I heard he's
great
really
golfer.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
He'll be the first to tell you
Holy
too.
moly!
I do like that show. That's my kind of golf. Holy moly! Have you guys ever
Everyone
watched
is
Holy
looking
Moly?
at me like I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what happened.
I do love that show. He just turned his mic off. Perfect. Great. So that means we're moving on
He's cut.
to my flight segment, which is the best one of them all. I'm not gonna lie.
This should be about a half an hour.
Yeah, we're still going.
The Detroit Red Wings. It's not about the Red Wings.
Timer.
Yeah, seriously.
Timer.
I got so at 9 o'clock. Cut me off.
Well, you have less time now.
Oh, very,
All right.
9 o'clock. I'll be happy to cut you off.
Dylan Larkin. You guys know my feelings about Dylan Larkin. I'm
You
going to try
love him.
And I feel really bad because I had all of this planned out. I had everything all prepped, ready to go, and then they announced that he's out because of core muscle surgery. So now I'm going to be talking about a guy that just had surgery. Now I feel bad.
An injured guy.
Yeah.
Kicking him when he's down.
But anyways,
The
Classic.
dick.
basically, I want to make a point that Dylan Larkin is the leadership problem in the Detroit Red Wings organization. It's not Blashill. It is Dylan Larkin. And it's not his fault. He's a good hockey player, but they have set him up for failure by putting the pressure that they did on him so early and so young. That is the absolute problem. And I do have a couple examples for the live stream and for the listeners too of reasons that I just two examples here. I mean, I have a million of them over the last few years, but these are two that have happened in the last week or so. So, John, can you start with the let's start with the goal. Can you start with the goal? So, and is there any chance you can point it at me so I can see it a little better? All right,
Sam, I
so
don't
this
have
is
headphones.
this is a replay of the goal by Zadina. Get ready to pause too, so you make sure you click on the top there. So click on the Larkin. So scroll, yeah, the very top. So when you click on the very top, you can pause it. But I want to see. So this is a goal by Philip Zadina. Sorry. And if you look, so pause it right there, and you could see early on for the people that are watching.
Yeah, what am I looking at here?
Zadina scored a goal, right?
Okay.
And you have five total guys on the ice.
All right.
And you had 3 guys celebrating with Zadina after the goal.
Yeah.
You could see it in the real-time stuff. And now here we are with a replay of a different angle. And why was there only 3 guys celebrating with him? Well, if you look at this still shot that John did an amazing job getting, like this is spot on.
I wish I could zoom in.
Yeah. Who's at the very top of that picture there?
Like
The referee.
right
No-
by the blue line.
Right by the blue line.
Oh. Yeah.
That is Dylan freaking Larkin.
Not celebrating?
Not celebrating, skating away, looked back at his teammates, celebrating this goal. He knows exactly what happened. Now, maybe he just had his core surgery injury that just happened. I don't know, maybe. But that right there is a problem to me. And I don't know his and Zadina's relationship. I don't want to go down any of that kind of stuff. But this is just another perfect example of the lack of leadership that this kid has. And now, it's not his fault because not every hockey player is a leader in the NHL. And his game does not fit what a captain should be in the NHL either. Now, I know it's probably a mountain out of a molehill here for a lot of people that don't understand hockey. But that right there is a problem. Does anybody disagree with me on that?
Well,
No.
think about the last time that you maybe scored in high school. Did you just run off the court or run off the field or skate off the ice and not celebrate with your teammates at all?
Well, it's not
Well, I
even
mean,
that. It's like
what is
somebody else scored the goal.
I always acted like I'd been there before.
You know what I mean? Like Zadina.
No. I get,
Okay.
I get. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you and then you skated off the ice away from your teammates.
I usually skate off double middle fingers, but that's just me.
I'm saying you guys scored and then you just decided, I don't really need to celebrate with my buds.
I really hope this has to do with Sam's topic, but Carrie commented, does he have a punchable face? Dylan Larkin.
Yeah.
I hope
believe
that's who you're talking about, Carrie.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're talking about like John Daly or the last topic. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, we don't need to go down that. But no, I think if there are any hockey players watching this, I think they would all agree that that's a very big red flag. Now, is that the root of the issue? No. But it's a red flag of the issue that
Okay.
needs to be brought up.
I have a question. So is
What
this
is your
something that
question?
you just like found, or is this something that like there are whispers in the locker room that people don't
There
like him?
has been nothing said about it. Nothing about this.
Okay, but are there rumors that he had issues with his teammates in the locker room?
There has not been. But
So
let's
why-
listen.
But you kind of framed this as Zadina has a problem with.
Larkin.
Larkin has.
Or
I'm
the other
saying
way
it
around,
Might,
yeah.
It might be a red flag between the two relationship. I don't know. But either way, as the captain of the Detroit Red Wings, you do not treat anybody like that, no matter if you like them or not. That's a problem.
And
That's
also,
where
he
the
could
problem
have been
is.
injured.
He could. Well, he
Season
literally
ending
just got on the
injury.
ice. He
Okay.
literally just got on the ice.
All right.
My guess is he.
What was the score?
They just went up 3-0, I believe.
Okay. Thanks for the context.
Does that matter?
Yeah,
Why?
absolutely.
Well,
Why?
State of My Sports is home of breaking news, so we're starting a trend here. They're going to be talking about
Yeah,
Larkin the rest of the week.
I've been
on
prepping it,
Sport
honestly.
Talk.
I've been
sound fired
prepping this because I've been like texting the big shows that I listen to throughout the day. I'm like, Larkin's actually the problem. Not the
big,
huge.
big
no.
or huge.
No, not the
shows?
like the
Okay.
shows that I
The
listen
large
to, the
ones.
Detroit ones. But like, they're like, what do you mean? Like, do you have any examples of this? Blah blah blah. I'm like, just wait.
All right.
Check
You
my
got
YouTube.
another example?
Well, yeah. So play his. So go back to our flight segment page, but then I want to play the audio of his post game interview and how childish he sounds. That's a big thing here.
It's a challenge, and we have to be up for it, or else it's gonna be like tonight and against New York, where we don't create much, we don't have any fun playing with the puck. We have to challenge ourselves, and I've said it a lot. If someone can't push you out the door like it's minor hockey and give you candy after the game, you have to take pride in this, and you have to take pride in wearing the wing wheel and going out there and fighting for a job next year. And there's plenty of guys in our locker room that have to do that. I would say everyone.
So, all right.
Could someone tell me what he said?
No.
In a nutshell, I think he's a leader. He's a true leader of men in the locker room.
I think
And
I think you're just trying to be devil's advocate here.
Well, I don't know. I just
He is-
disagree with you 100%.
All right.
He is stewing over here.
I'm furious because look, captains say we constantly. He had to say we after the fact. He included him. He was throwing so many people under the bus multiple times, and then he was like, "Oh,
Was he really, Ryan?
I don't know.
Who'd he
I-
throw under
I
the
don't know.
bus?
So you think he's mad about something specific here? So you're saying basically
I think he's a."
he did not celebrate with his
You almost
teammates
said it.
because he didn't
You
like the
almost said
hockey.
it.
He didn't like the hockey they were
Explicit.
playing, right?
Okay, I agree with that.
And
They've
then
been playing terrible.
and then he's like they're celebrating and all this stuff, and he goes, "We're not giving out candy. We expect something more." And
he talked about
fight for a job.
minors. He literally threw so many people under the bus, like as he is this big guy, like I'm the NHLer and I'm playing with a bunch of minor league guys.
He's got over
who
30
got-
goals.
Yeah, great. Okay, when was the last time your leading goal scorer is 30 goals and they make the playoffs? That's probably very, very rare.
Yeah.
So, look,
Need more
Larkin
talent.
has his place in this league, and I'm going to wrap it up now. He has his place in the league. He has a place as a top 6 to 9 forward. 69. See what I'm doing? Let's get it.
Nice. Give me the board. Give me the board.
You had to tell us.
No, but he's an NHLer, but he is in way over his head for being the captain of the Detroit Red Wings organization and being the hometown guy. I think people are blinded by how all of his flaws. and they're blinded by it, and it's a real problem. And until they move on from him, they're not going to.
Why? Why can't you just add more talent and let him be your second or third liner?
The reason why you can't is because they already put a C on his jersey, and he is not the leader of this organization. They need to bring in somebody that can really take control of the locker room, be the guy that needs to be the filter between the head coach. I think he needs to be moved before this team is ever going to be successful.
Trade for somebody else
or
that's already in the league.
Or sign him. Yeah.
Or sign somebody.
Can you take that C?
You can. I don't recommend it. It doesn't usually go well.
Sure.
But with a new coach, you can kind of things can get a little weird. But I think that they put him up in a really bad position. And look, I don't like Larkin. I know that's the case. But
really?
I also don't blame him either because they set him up for this to be what it is. And it's a massive problem. And I think he's the problem with the Red Wings rebuild. But that is our flight segment, and we're going to move on from it. But before we do, I want to remind everyone that DeHop's Brewing Company and Cafe is serving some incredible food and pouring some of the best craft beer in West Michigan. Chef Dan's revamped food menu and head brewer Ben's rotating taps, wine and ciders make DeHop's perfect for whatever you have going on.
The Ben.
From dinner with a family, late night drinks with friends, and everything in between, the Ben and Dan duo is putting a ton of their time and energy at making DeHop's a staple in the West Michigan restaurant community.
Boo.
He told me to heckle you.
Oh, during the read, he's booing.
We see how it works out.
It worked so well.
The ball's not even just sitting there.
Yeah.
That we highly recommend to our friends and listeners. They have Taco Tuesday, Stein Night Wednesday, Thursdays. They have any burger and beer for $15, along with some unbelievable specials on Fridays and Saturdays. We highly recommend following them on Instagram and Facebook, where they share their weekly specials and some incredible food and beer pictures that we highly recommend to everybody. We already said that part.
There you go.
I did, I should say.
Check them out.
DeHop's is the official brewery State of My Sports for 2022, and if you mention State of My Sports, you get a nice little discount off your first beer. While we are talking about it, let's introduce what we're drinking tonight here at White Flame Brewing Company. Micah, what are we all drinking? This is your home place, right?
This is my home.
Yeah.
Home
He's got
field
the
advantage.
mug that says "Go." Ugh.
Junk. Go.
I love
Said it
you.
earlier, though.
I love you.
You did say.
Well, what is everyone drinking? You got to let me know.
Mo.
We're drinking Mo.
You guys are drinking
Mo Peas.
Mo Peas
Mo Peas.
is an American IPA. It's a 5.8%, 70 IBUs. It's a smash IPA with mosaic
Didn't know that.
hops.
I did too.
I thought it was like
good.
in New England. It's an
I did too.
American IPA.
American IPA.
Got
Wow.
a really good flavor for an American IPA. Yeah.
That is up there for sure.
Okay, keep it in your pants.
Ryan, what are you drinking?
Brownish ale, something like that.
Brownish English?
Yeah, brownish
English.
There is absolutely zero description on the website. It's a 6%er, 24 IBUs. It's a brown ale.
It's like
That
a
sounds like
brownish
information.
Yeah, that is information.
English. Yeah,
It's something.
I
It's
think that's
something.
information.
There you go.
Something. John, what are you drinking?
it's good. It's gone.
I think he's got what we have, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, you're drinking
Mo
Mo Peas.
I am.
We didn't really know where to go, and there's a lot to choose from up there. There's a lot
Yeah.
of beers.
There's a lot of beers.
I get
Yeah.
really overwhelmed with that type of menu when it's just chalk written in front of you. Like, I don't know where to go.
And it's what they all do. Like, I get
know,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's changing all the time and things like that. But,
Yeah.
like, that's why when you were like, I got this, I'm like, yeah, I'll have that. And it's really good. It's good. Yeah.
What do you think of the Mo Peas so far, John?
It's
Sorry.
good. Real smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Tonight, I'm drinking Double Tap IPA. It's a session IPA, 4.5% and 65 IBUs. It's a crisp golden bodied session IPA. That was hard to say. Packaging a huge Amarillo dry hop. So,
We'll give a little more information about White Flame Brewing Company in the beer grades.
yeah, cool.
But here in Hudsonville, Michigan, what's up?
We got one more coming from the live wire here.
Oh,
hey,
Carrie.
what is everybody drinking tonight?
Carrie's drinking from Big Lake Brewing.
I love Big Lake.
I love Big Lake.
The Mango Haze.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
Hey.
that's a crowd
What
flavor.
was the one I sent you?
Crowd flavor.
Oh,
cloud flavor. Oh,
shoot. There was one we were like, we got to try this.
It was on the, I got to pull that up.
That is
'Cause it's-
mango haze though. That's
I like that
terrific.
Yeah, it's a
one. I
good
like
one.
the all of their
Lemongrass.
haze. Lemongrass. Is it a lemongrass haze? or what?
Lemongrass IPA.
So it's probably an American IPA.
Did
Not
you just send me a message on Instagram?
I might have on accident.
by accident.
You just sent me, yeah,
By
just now.
Yeah, on
BY
accident.
or
It
was
just says
on-
100%,
Because it was
but I
on
don't
a
know.
phone.
So
if I did it personally, it would be by accident. But since it was on something, it's on accident.
On an
Is that true?
I don't know. I made that up.
That sounds right.
No.
Oh man, I confused.
It sounded good though.
I confused you
Yeah.
guys for once.
It's not true.
I was like, okay, I'll go with it. I guess.
All right.
Drinking craft beer, having fun, and talking sports in the state of Michigan. You're listening to State of My Sports.
We're getting closer and closer to the draft. And so I want to start kind of talking about the Lions first. Then we'll turn it into a little bit of the rankings. Just real quick on that kind of stuff.
Is it a week from Thursday?
A week from Thursday is the
Holy
draft.
cow.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Tons.
So John, go to our
By the way-
watch party
Oh.
at the very top. Very top.
Pinned it.
Yeah, baby.
Whoa, look at that.
The
Let's
watch
go.
party is going to happen. It's at DeHop's. And you don't even have to come to DeHop's if you don't want to. I mean, it's good to.
Yeah,
And
you
give them your
should.
money and all that
you
beer.
should for sure.
And they have great beer. They
You'll
have
have more
free
fun if you
pool.
do.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna have an open mic. So if a fan's there to watch, like they want to jump on, like we're gonna tell them that the mic's
Nice.
on, but it's actually gonna be off. It's gonna be really funny.
Like
I
you
thought
do to
it
me
was-
all the
I
time.
thought it was like
Yeah.
karaoke. Like an
Yeah,
open
just
mic.
karaoke, just
Yeah.
open mic night.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I
Comedy.
want to sing a song.
Yeah, there we go.
Comedy night at DeHop's.
Exactly.
Tell a joke.
But yeah, our draft party will be
Tell
a week from Thursday at the House Brewing Company. We're gonna be there. We're gonna get there like earlier than 8. Obviously, the draft starts at 8. But also, if you're not able to join us at the Hops, jump on the live stream and be a part of the conversation. Let us know about the Lions pick at 2. We're introducing our new beer that we collabed
Yeah.
with
Heck yeah.
the Hops, which Kyle and I
With Ben?
may have already tried.
Ooh, we did. We got a little taste.
What?
And it's not any good.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's no good, right?
It's way better than the State of IPA.
Is
in
it?
my professional
Is it?
opinion?
Oh, professional. opinion.
Semi-professional.
Twice a year. Now he's a
Semi.
professional
We're
beer
going to
grader.
give the first ever 10.0.
We actually told Ben the story of how he got so mad at me that when I graded State of IPA, I gave it like 7.2 or
Yeah.
1. And I'm like, I just didn't like it that much. He's like, you should have lied about it. Like,
That was like 90% of our meeting.
Ben's a guy, man.
No, Ben's awesome.
He's a great guy.
Shout out to Ben. We're excited to be there. Yeah, he'll be there too with us. Maybe he'll come on. He's a big Lions fan. So
Yeah.
for the people that missed it, but we're obviously introducing our beer, and we're going to name it after whoever the Lions select at 2.
Ooh, cool.
So it's a double
Really?
IPA, and it's going to be like a double.
pick
We're
number
gonna,
2.
We're going to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pick number 2. Double.
so
Well, that's like
think about
that
it
one they
way.
have that's like Juju.
Juju Smith-Walker, which we drank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Call it like a double hutch. Double hutch.
Yeah, the
Whoa,
double
baby.
the double hutch, or the Thibodeau at 2, or double Tibbs, or
Pick 2. Pick
Jared
it. Pick
Jared
it.
Davis,
Pick it.
like
Pick 2.
Jared
double Davis.
Pick
Yeah.
2.
the
Yeah.
double Davis.
Malik
Pick
Willis.
2.
Pick 2, so
Pick
it's
2.
gonna be Malik Willis.
Kenny Pickett.
Pickett. So pick Pickett. pick Pickett at 2.
Yeah, we'll do this
Double.
later, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just keep. Everybody.
We'll
let's
be
name
better later.
Everybody.
Everybody
That's,
stop yelling stuff.
everybody that's entered the draft, we got to come up with a name for them. So no,
Sure.
it'll be fun. We'll announce the name of the beer, and it's gonna be released there at the Hops that night. So
We'll be
Cool.
drinking
It'll
it
be
that
a good
night, right?
I'm going to be. I don't know if you're allowed to
Yeah.
or not. I haven't.
Well,
I haven't asked
nice.
if you were allowed to.
You and I can't, obviously.
Yeah, I didn't know. I wasn't invited the first time.
I
so
said
don't know about this
we.
time.
I just want to point out, I said we, and then he said me. I will be basically Dylan Larkin over here.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't even hear the clip, but
I'm a
I
terrible podcast leader.
Can we call it Iquan 2 since it's a double?
Hey,
I'm done.
we have to like the pick.
I'm done.
I like
I promise.
John. You better be there on Thursday because we're gonna have to come up with something. Wait, you're just questioning if you're gonna be there in a week from Thursday?
I got a meeting tomorrow about Golf League, and Golf League's on Thursdays. I'm hoping we don't start next week Thursday.
You're gonna skip it if they do.
But it's later,
I
isn't it?
don't know, man. What's that?
I mean, the draft,
The draft
starts
is at
all
8, so
Oh, yeah. I mean, that second pick might be before it's dark. That's usually when the league finishes up.
You come late.
Yeah.
I bet you the first
'Cause I'm
the,
leaving
the
early.
second pick.
Got to be up for work the next day.
Yeah, I'm real busy.
All right,
I get so sleepy.
real quick, let's talk some Lions news and just some of the stuff that's going on. So, Malik Willis came in for a visit today, and I guess Kenny Pickett's coming in tomorrow. Now, the way that the Lions are kind of setting this thing up, making it seem like that they're interested in a quarterback at 2. Like, what do you think about that, Ryan?
I mean, this is just part of the draft.
Just part of the draft.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's not.
You bring
let's
people
move on
in.
to the next topic.
Yeah. No, I
Due
mean,
diligence.
let's not overcomplicate this. If they like these guys and they're still available at pick 32, bring them in, talk to them, pick their brain. You know, like we don't know if they're going to be available in the second round, first round. They have so many picks so early on. Yes.
Can I ask a question a second? Since you two, I think you know a lot about it too, but you're obviously more Packers. But like, there are mock draft people who are names who have like whatever they're on ESPN or whatever, maybe not ESPN, but they're saying the Lions will take a quarterback at 2. There's no
don't
way,
know.
right?
They don't know.
No, they don't. But
I
like,
hope they're paying the experts to say that.
Okay, yeah.
And just keep giving them the money and
There's
saying
no way,
keep
right?
making that
No.
No.
keep making that a narrative because
I
that's how you
don't
trade
think so.
out of it. Right?
Also, when the media kind of blew up Dan Campbell's explanation about not needing a quarterback, that was completely taken out of context.
I
That
agree.
drove me crazy because it was specifically talking about a mobile running type of quarterback like you see in the NFL nowadays. He said, well, no, you don't need an elite running quarterback to win in this league. And then everybody said, oh, Campbell was talking about not needing an elite quarterback in the league to win. No, he was specifically talking about running quarterbacks.
That is the media in a nutshell.
Drove me
It's-
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Take it out of context.
I like that. I like that they're doing it. I like that they're doing their due diligence. I like that they're trying to create maybe a market to trade up, maybe a market to trade up to number 1 type stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Just mix things up. And I don't. All right, that's where I get really mad though if they take a quarterback at 2.
They also talked to Nakobe Dean. Does that mean he's going at 2?
Yeah, I
Or
think so.
or do you think
They're
that maybe
taking
that
all
just
these
says they're
guys at number
interested
2.
in that
so.
kind of an athlete?
Yep, they take them all at 2.
Right? Like,
Every
why
one of
wouldn't
them.
you cover
Yeah.
your bases here? That's all they're doing.
That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
If they didn't meet with him, then people would know that they wouldn't need to trade up to number 2 because Kenny Pickett would be there.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah.
With my limited knowledge, of course, as well. But what if somebody falls to 32? Or sorry, where's their net? Like
Yeah, 32 would be their
somebody
next pick,
randomly
and 34.
falls that like is on this list,
Then
and
you
you're like,
better have
bingo.
talked to the
Like,
quarterback
yeah.
that you just drafted. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Would it? How angry would you be if they take one of these quarterbacks?
I would be pretty angry.
At 2,
At
you're
2?
saying.
Yeah.
Just in general,
Oh, I would be
Oh.
pretty angry, yeah.
I would too.
I don't think any of them are worth it. So that's where I'm at. Now, if they 100% believe it, then I'm like, well, hey, we're moving on from Jared Goff. Like I could get excited about that by the time the season starts. But I don't
I
want
heard
to
Kenny
do it.
Pickett has tiny hands.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Tiny hands, double jointed thumb.
Yeah.
Wears a glove. Like, I'm sorry,
He wears
actually-
2 gloves.
you're a weirdo.
You
He wears a glove
weirdo.
on each hand.
Remember when he like fake slid
Oh,
and then kept running?
And he's like,
That was actually
Yeah,
dope.
he's kind of like he's kind of like Grayson Allen,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
tripping people, Like I don't know,
Or
I don't
like
want
a
that
Dylan
guy.
Larkin.
I don't want that guy.
oh,
he's
wait.
He's a lot like Dylan Larkin.
Yeah, a winner,
big Dylan Larkin fan.
Just
Dylan
a
Larkin
winner.
fan.
a winner, and
He's a
does
winner?
makes
A
winning
leader,
plays. Yeah.
natural born leader,
Better question:
loves to celebrate.
how late can we get a beer from the bar? Right? They close at 10.
Yeah, I mean, you can try.
I'm going.
All right.
Can we get what?
Try.
So that the camera doesn't change. Go to the wide shot before. You got to go to the wide shot? At least we have that going for us, right?
Where's he going?
Yay, we
To
just
grab a
did.
beer.
You
Hey, John, you want to see if they want? Or you're not going to leave. Get them one, too.
I'm not leaving.
Wow.
What's that?
Anyway,
This is great radio.
yeah.
What?
What else are we doing? Whatever you get. I'll yeah, just do that.
Just remember your
Sure.
grade of that beer.
All right, I got it.
So is there a name on here that you're like, do not draft outside of the quarterbacks? Do not draft, like, is off your draft list. Let's just start with that number 2. Do not draft that 2.
Whatever you're drinking.
Yeah,
Whatever they're
is there somebody that you don't like, Micah?
I mean, I would assume that half this list is a do not draft at 2. You kidding me?
Well, I think it's got to
yeah.
be doable though. Like what people have been talking about. What about Kyle Hamilton?
We're gonna
I
get
would do
into
it.
safeties
I mean,
soon, but
If you have a safety need, why not do it?
I would say absolutely not. No, we should not draft a safety. He is on my do not draft list if we're talking
At 2.
at number 2. If they trade down and they want to go get a safety and then somebody else in the mid-teens or something,
You were even
great.
against taking a safety at the end of the first round.
Yeah, I don't want even a safety back then.
No?
Or back there. Yeah, I would rather take it in the second round. If you want to take a second pick of the second round, yeah, sure. Lewis Stein is there and you believe in this guy. Like, yeah, I'll take him.
Do you think he's a prolific safety?
I think he might be a little overrated.
Really?
Kyle Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
he
right.
doesn't have the speed that everybody's talking about. Like, what's
He's
his name?
got the
What's his
speed.
name? No, what's his name from playing with the Cardinals right now? Was drafted linebacker.
Buda Baker.
No, the other one, Isaiah, out of Clemson. Everybody's talking about him. Even
Oh.
even the jeez, this is terrible too.
Terrible. John looked that up.
The
Oh,
kind
wait,
of the
he's
kind
wrong.
of radio that I produce sometimes, where I'm
Isaiah
like,
Simmons?
what's the guy's name? Yes, thank you, Isaiah Simmons.
Well, he was a linebacker, wasn't he?
He's a linebacker and he's faster than Kyle Hamilton.
Okay.
Like I don't see the game changing, NFL changing type of talent that Kyle Hamilton maybe represents. The other thing I see is safeties are like the third least
Important.
paid position in the NFL. So why are you going to pay somebody a high draft
you're gonna have,
slot?
Yeah, you're going to have to overpay for him.
You're paying for the draft slot, not for the player.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yep.
So why overpay for a safety near like the top of the payment, for that safeties actually get for a guy that you know nothing about? So he could still bust. No, don't overpay for a safety at 2.
I've changed a little bit of my feelings on Kyle Hamilton. We'll get into that as we talk real quick about the kind of the rankings and stuff. But I did want to talk about the quick odds.
What about Thibodeau? What do you think about Thibodeau?
I'm starting to think Thibodeau, if Hutchinson's not there, maybe even if he is. I like Thibodeau better than any of the other edge guys, maybe even more than Hutchinson personally.
In everything that I'm hearing is that Thibodeau is going to be falling.
I don't like.
He's falling, and there's a reason for it. And I've heard scouts talk about when they jump into the film, it's not anything special. He was riding on his name for a long time, and I am starting to kind of
Agree
trust
with
them
that.
and agree with them. And I'm looking back and I'm like, oh, I guess it wasn't. Yeah, like he doesn't respond to double team very well. He doesn't like. The game plan is to run at him all the time. I don't know. I don't. I'm starting to think that we would be better off with Aiden Hutchinson or Trayvon Walker.
Wow. Trayvon Walker is the one that I'm just like, do not draft that guy. I don't know why.
No, why'd you say you don't? Oh, because he was low and now all of a sudden he's high.
Because he just jumped from 45th ranked overall to top 2 potentially. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Is this yours or mine? That's mine.
Yeah. Well, he's a phenomenal athlete, and
Thank you.
the type of
You want a
defense
bottle
that they
for that?
run
I'm good.
is not conducive to him going around the edge. He was expected to lock up the tackle and then go make a play, and that's exactly what he always did. So the argument is Jermaine Johnson is probably the 3rd or 4th rated edge in most people's boards. He didn't even play at Georgia. he had to transfer to Florida State.
Yeah.
Right, so he's also losing out to a guy like Trayvon Walker, and then we see in a different kind of scheme what kind of numbers he can produce, but he still wasn't good enough to play over Trayvon Walker.
So real quick, I want to talk about the first overall odds. The first pick overall odds, you got Aiden Hutchinson leading the way at -220. Then you got Trayvon Walker at +140. Ikem Ekwonu.
Ikem.
What?
Ikem.
Ikem Ekwonu. I'll learn it
Before
if
the
I have
podcast, I told him, or I said, we should figure out how to say that name.
to. And
Nobody
what did I
wanted to
say?
listen to me.
What did I
You
say,
said
though?
IOU or
I
something.
said,
You said it's an
I will-
IOU.
I said I will learn it when
No,
I
you
need
said
to.
that. And you said that's
IO.
a car, Lamborghini.
You.
Gonna want to hang on to that one.
Yeah, I will learn it if and when I need to.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't have to. Actually, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either.
Anyways, you got Evan Neal at +1,400, Thibodeau at +2,500, Malik Willis at +3,000. Aiden Hutchinson seems to be leading the way here, but then you look at the second pick overall odds. You got Hutchinson at +170, Walker +275, Thibodeau +275 as well. So that's 3 guys that they're saying edge. If in any of these 3 guys, which obviously 2 of the 3 will be there, the odds are that the Lions will select them. Look, Vegas, I don't know how they do it. They seem to be pretty dialed in with this kind of stuff. And
Seem to know their way around it.
yeah. So is edge the right position?
yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Especially in
Yes.
this class.
For me, It's edge or offensive line. And I know offensive line will be like, another offensive lineman? Like, come on, guys. Like, a lot of people will be pretty angry about that.
Wide receiver just passed offensive tackle for the largest average salary for like the top 20 players.
So like when you get that franchise tag stuff going on,
I think it's number 2, isn't it? I think it's quarterback, wide receiver. It could be quarterback, edge, wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too long ago. Running backs were the important player on the team, and we're watching that just disappear.
Yeah.
A lot of teams are running 2 running back systems, and you got these guys that are multifaceted. So yeah, I think it's a huge wide receiver class too. So I don't know. I'm leaning edge, probably wide receiver as well.
I'm also curious if
I'm all quarterback.
the wide receiver. Oh, jeez. If the wide receiving position is going to turn into the next running back position, because you're seeing a lot of the top guys being moved, demanding more money, and people will just be like, "Good, get out of here. We don't need to overpay for a wide receiver." Now, as soon as that starts happening, you're not overpaying for a wide receiver, then you're not overdrafting for a wide receiver. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of stuff starts happening, and I'm curious if that's going to happen because all of these running backs, these talented football players that used to be running backs and getting crazy amount of money, high draft picks, all that stuff, they decided, well, they're becoming a dime a dozen. I'm going to become a wide receiver instead. Now these athletes are becoming wide receivers. Now the same thing could happen to them because
they're going to follow the money.
Yeah, but wide receivers, I don't know. I just see that position becoming a dime a dozen type stuff.
Yeah.
More than
it could, but then the response to that will be cornerbacks are going to be valued so highly, then they're going to start getting paid, and they're going to follow that money trail.
Yeah.
So it's just part of the ebb and flow of the league at this point. But it's very offensive oriented.
Yeah.
The rules help wide receivers. So yeah.
Well, it all started when Jimmy Graham didn't want to be classified as a tight end anymore. He wanted wide receiver money because he was getting more catches and more yards than most tight ends in his heyday in New Orleans.
Yep. And when he lined up on the field and
that's
stuff
just
like that.
the start of the trend.
Yeah.
Speaking of wide receivers and multifaceted wide receivers, Deebo Samuel not happy in San Francisco. Detroit's got some draft picks.
I
would love that.
I don't want to trade for anybody.
I would love to get Deebo Samuel.
He's so young, though.
Everybody's talking about using our assets to turn into like one specific player that you're going to have to overpay for. That's not where we're at in this rebuild. Period. End of story. We are at a point that we need to collect talent and then bring in the true blue.
Yeah, I agree, except if you're mimicking your team around the 49ers and how they do it with run first and everything else,
right.
not an elite quarterback, and then have this dynamic playmaker that can run the ball and catch anything and is just a beast, I'll take it.
He's kind of a generational guy.
Yeah, I'll take it. He's a game changer.
Every wide receiver is a flash in the pan, and you need to find that through the draft, not through overspending for a 28 to 30-year-old and then it fall off and you're still overpaying.
Every wide receiver?
In my opinion. Not every, but
Well,
the majority of them.
Calvin was pretty
the word you used.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but then he retired at 31 before he fell off.
Thanks a lot, Lions.
That wasn't Lions' fault.
He was hurt.
It was his
man.
hands.
Yeah.
I
CBD.
think they had something to do with it.
Yeah, Lions had something to do with it. If he was winning Super Bowls, he would have been playing.
If it's craft beer in Michigan sports, we may not be the authority, but we love both like a fat kid loves cake. Hot, hot! This is State of My Sports.
8 minutes. I want to do this in 8 minutes.
All right, I like it.
Start the timer, John.
All right. No, I got it up here. John, don't set a timer. Don't start a timer. Because then you...
Too late.
What are you doing?
Accountable.
Mock draft?
Timer has started. Nope. So we're going to do our NFL draft rankings. We're going to start with the cornerbacks. And basically what I want to do is talk about CBS's top 5 and then talk about what you think might be different, where these guys should fall in the draft real quick. I'm on Gardner. Juice Gardner is what they call him, right? Out of Cincinnati.
Sauce.
Sauce.
Yeah.
What did I say? Juice.
You said juice. Yeah, it's definitely sauce.
That would be
That's pretty
Darius
funny.
Geis.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Isn't that like it in some movie like Juice? I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Booby.
Juice is loose.
Booby
Yeah,
Miles.
no, it's boobs, not not juice, Ryan.
I have to read every comment, right?
Yeah.
A neutron walks into a bar and asks how much for a beer. The bartender says, no charge,
charge.
for you.
Is that Jarrett?
Man, what's with joke?
Is Jarrett watching?
Tuesdays?
He's coming back.
He's back and better than ever.
He's back.
I thought we blocked him.
What are we doing here? Cornerback? We only have 7 minutes.
Cornerback, I almost said juice again. Is it Juice?
Sauce.
No, Sauce
Gardner.
Yep.
Derek Stingley Jr. out of LSU. Andrew Booth Jr. out of Clemson. Trent McGuffey out of Washington. And Roger McCreary out of Auburn. Now they have Kyer Elam at 6. Let's start with the 6 there. Now, they're ranking these guys like out of everybody as well. They have Gardner basically at 3rd overall prospect in this draft.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think
he's been
that's true?
flying up draft boards at this point, and yes, I think he's easily the best cornerback in the draft.
Yep.
And then the way he tested just showed the kind of athlete he is, and then mixed with just how he blankets receivers, he jams them at the line. He's number 1. Now number 3, I don't think anybody thinks he's going to go that high. Number 3, but if you're just ranking the prospects according to how good you think they are, yeah, I think he's definitely a top 5 talent.
Derek Stingley Jr., is he? So they have him at 5th. Is he the easy number 2? Or is that one that's interesting?
Not in my opinion. I think this could go a lot of different ways. Some teams might think his freshman season was good enough and showed, going against some elite wide receivers on the other side in practice every day, that he earned this spot. But he really has not produced since his freshman year. This is going to be an interesting one. He could fall. But by the time you get in the teens and maybe early 20s, I don't think he'll go much farther than that.
I think the LSU guys are one of the most are the most interesting players in this draft.
Yeah.
Because you have guys that came out of high school with a ton of talent, had really good first years, and then when LSU went to the crap hole, people started getting quiet about them, you know?
Yep.
And they're very interesting to me. They
a lot of
seem like they could
overrated or
turn
maybe
into
a lot of
steals.
underrated.
Yeah. They're interesting because LSU gets talent.
Oh, yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah. In a lot of ways.
And that's where, I don't know, I just look at the LSU guys, I'm like, I mean, every time I do these mock drafts, I'm just like, all right, LSU, oh, wait, how did he fall? I'm going to take him.
Yeah.
It's like Damone Clark.
Yeah.
Or Damone Clark. I don't know how you say it. Linebacker. I like him.
Their running back. Their running back
Ingram.
is Ed Ingram.
The guard. Ed Ingram. Yeah, okay. The guard. I don't know. The LSU guys are very interesting to me. Andrew Booth Jr. out of Clemson. I think that was Trent McGuffey. McDuffie. Out of Washington. He's the youngest one, right? He's the sophomore. I think he might have had a red shirt in there, which is why he's located there, but he can still enter the draft. But the Washington corners in general, they were pretty solid. I remember heading into that matchup against Michigan, we're thinking, can we move the ball against them?
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody struggled against them.
Yeah.
I would say McDuffie, to me, is my number 2 cornerback because he just has a crazy ability to just blanket people and just mirror every movement they have. He is a dominant cornerback. Now, he doesn't have the elite size. He doesn't have elite speed, so that's what people might bring him down a notch.
Yeah.
But these guys produce all the time. Second-round picks that have proven in college, they work out almost every time.
So for the Lions specifically, would you take any of these guys at 32 or 34?
I think if
McDuffie
is there,
if McDuffie's
there, I really like him. I actually like Kyer Elam because he tested really well, which means he's a great athlete. And the tape is there. He's very physical. The biggest knock on him is he's too physical, and he actually has a lot of pass interference calls against him.
Okay.
But he's a turnover machine, or he could be potentially.
Nice.
Big strong guy.
Jumping to the safeties, unless Kyle or Micah had anything to say. John, you can jump in too, but I think you gave me that 4, so that means we got to move up, right? To the safeties. Next, we got the safeties, Kyle Hamilton, Daxton Hill at number 2. I thought that was interesting. Lewis Seen. He was the 3rd overall safety, 31 overall, and then Jaquan Brisker, 4th.
It's a cool name.
Jalen Petrie at 5th. Those are kind of pretty close there. And then it kind of falls off with the safeties. You got a group here, and if you're looking to take a guy with our second round pick or maybe even a 3rd round pick, which one stands out to you the most? Obviously, Kyle Hamilton. You already said you don't want to take him at 2. He's not going to be there at 32. So what are your thoughts about the other guys here?
Yeah, this is like pick what you want to style your defense after, because I would say Kyle Hamilton, Daxton Hill, and Lewis Seen are really, really different players.
Do you think...
And they all could work in a really good way.
Do you think safeties and linebackers are the biggest positions when it comes to what do you want your safeties and linebackers to be and do? It's just a scheme thing. It's a scheme fit more than anything. Which ones do you think fit what the Lions do?
I think Dax Hill could fit just based on the aggressiveness of our other safeties that we have, and they're kind of big guys. I think he could come in and be a cover safety like he was for Michigan.
And that's kind of what the NFL's turning to a little bit. The safeties used to just be like the stand back, read the play, put on the hit when they needed to.
Yeah.
They're cover guys now.
Now, the
they're
best
covering tight ends. They're covering some of they're double teaming. Some of the best wide receivers.
And Dax Hill's not going to go cover a tight end very often because of his size, 6 foot, 191.
Okay.
But Kyle Hamilton would be the guy that could do that, and that's where his value comes in my mind. He can help in the run game. He can cover tight ends, but he's not this like amazing safety type. But Lewis Cine, he's a dart. He flies everywhere, doesn't care about his body, shoots through gaps and everything, and that he could be the best out of all of them in the end. He could, based on the defense, whatever he's put. And I would say Jaquan Brisker is really similar to Cine in that way, just maybe a level down. So that's where I see the gap there starting. Brian Cook, number 6 on this list out of Cincinnati. Watch out for him. I think he's underrated.
So I was very sour on Kyle Hamilton. I watched a little more film of him last night, and I was like, I don't know. I started to see it a little more, the speed, but I'm not sure the way. Like a lot of his big plays were just he happened to be in the right spot, and it was a terrible throw by the quarterback or a tip ball and stuff like that. That's not what I want.
Like the quick twitch is not there.
Exactly, and that's where I'm like, if you're going to draft someone at number 2 overall, 32 overall, and 34 overall, I don't want a guy or a player or position that's just opportunistic. Or is that the right word?
No, opportunistic.
Opportunistic?
You said opportune or something like that.
I've heard it both ways.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What is that?
Sorry.
It's called the timer, so that means I got 3 more minutes.
3 more minutes. Here we go.
Nope.
John was about to cut them off. No, but
Just wrap it up, Sam.
all right, we're gonna wrap it up.
Just
here
wrap it up.
very,
Put
very quick.
a bow on it.
All right, let's do it. I don't know how to put a bow. Ryan, put a bow on it.
Yeah, I would say Kyle Hamilton's not going to fall very far. Maybe not past like number 10 to 12 range. Dax Hill, Cine, Jaquan Brisker might even be in the 3rd round. But Dax Hill and Cine, I think you're going to be seeing them available at the end of the 1st round. So that's where it gets interesting.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. State of My Sports.
All right, so
That's the best we've ever done, by the way.
I'm,
Let's celebrate
I'm
that.
really proud
Yeah,
of
that's
ourselves.
good.
John,
We are flighting through these topics right now.
Well, we're at the big ones. So.
Way quicker than our flight
All right.
segments.
now
Okay, at
I told
3,
you guys
at
I was
4,
gonna
at
look
5,
into
at
this,
6, at 7, at 8,
and
at
I
9,
didn't
at
know
10.
how I wanted
Let's
this
read
conversation to go. So I found a mock
This
draft.
reminds me of like Genesis, the book of Genesis,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And number 4 pick begot Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Well, it's introducing everybody,
And
right?
Isaac Bigot.
I listened to the book.
You
Never
can't
mind.
read all this. You understand that, right?
I know that's your job.
You're just gonna put people to sleep, though.
Yeah. No, we can do this in a
Yeah,
good way. Let's do it. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's do it in a good way.
Come on. I love mock drafts. I'm all for this.
I mean, we only got 2 more episodes to do mock drafts. This one and the next one.
And then we're going to start talking about next
NBA
teams.
NBA mock draft.
You want to know the Bears take with their 38th pick? And this one, George Pickens.
George?
That's giving too much information away.
Jorge?
Out of Georgia.
George
Pickens
Pickens?
in?
Big.
Do we still do that?
Is his
All right.
name George Pickens?
That's what this says?
Yeah.
Out of Georgia?
Yeah.
I never put that together. I like that.
They probably saved on postage when they sent it to him.
Hey-o.
George University.
Hey-o.
All right. Am I too loud? My bad.
Always.
Sound quiet. Anyways,
I would say it's a little too loud. Go down a little
so
bit.
I have this
I got it.
mock draft sitting here in front of me, and it was by Randy Gurzy from Fansided. Jacksonville Jaguars select Ekwonu.
Ooh.
Is there any way
I don't see this
he goes
happening.
first?
If its offensive lineman is taken, it's going to be Neal, right?
No, not necessarily that. I think the edges are kind of dominating the early part of this draft.
All right. So let's move on to the Detroit Lions pick.
Well, see, this one
And I
makes
think
sense
it's-
to discuss.
Is it obvious what we would all do? Would you guys all take Aiden Hutchinson? Is that the easy pick here, or would you
No
do anything
doubt.
else?
Absolutely.
No. You don't do anything else right here.
No, I want Malik Willis.
Expert
I'm just
opinion.
kidding.
So all of our picks were in with Aiden Hutchinson there.
It all makes sense. He seems like a Dan Campbell kind of guy.
I have a hard time passing on him. So like a lot of people would talk about this pick, and this is exactly what they had with Aiden Hutchinson in this mock draft here. But all right, everybody's talking about you don't take a non Hall of Famer with a potential Hall of Famer in the top 5 pick. That's your goal, is to take a Hall of Famer, right? And people would lean towards Hutchinson not being that, because what was he going to be, like a second-round pick last year? He had a really good year, obviously, but what all does that really mean?
Broke his leg last year.
I know.
And he still would have been a first-round pick.
I get all of that stuff.
Is he
But
undersized?
I feel like
No.
people are talking
No.
about
Okay.
him as like we know what he's going to be. He's going to be a very good player in this league, but he doesn't have the ability to go the next level. He's not a Bosa. He's not a Myles Garrett. He's not this. He's not that. He's not what you want at number 2. That doesn't mean you don't take him at number 2, because who is that at number 2, right? That's kind of where I look at this whole
Who
thing.
is that?
Okay. Do you doubt that pick at number 2?
I do.
Do you have one person in mind where you'd be like,
Okay.
you'd be running to the podium at 2?
No.
And because
in this-
why?
Okay, all
Because
right,
you want
all
an
right.
elite trait, something that you can fall back on.
I want higher potential than what Aiden Hutchinson, in my opinion, brings.
What creates
I think-
potential?
That's what
Just
I'm wondering.
athleticism and
Traits.
traits, yes. And in my opinion, Thibodeau has the higher potential because of what everybody expects. And this is just what people tell me. You know what I mean? And like what we hear, it's like what he's supposed to be is better than what he has been and what he is.
Now,
And if we can turn him into what he's supposed to be, that's what I want. That's what I need. You know what I mean?
You say Thibodeau it has the traits, but all measurables,
No, I know.
measurables for Thibodeau is much worse than Trayvon Walker, and not as good of a body, and not as strong. So what I don't know. Like what do you, if you're looking for potential, then you would have to go Trayvon Walker. in this
And I
case.
know this is going to sound as stupid as it can. Like, this is really dumb statement.
I love these.
Is-
I love these.
Coming out of high school, what did people expect?
Yeah.
And then what did you become?
No, you're right. That is dumb.
What? I know it is.
Yeah.
But that's just the way my brain's working when it comes to that. And with Aiden Hutchinson, it took him longer. It took him longer to become what he is. And he's older. He has all of that. And I'm just like, I am doing my best to just not get blinded by the fact that I'm a Michigan fan, and that's probably just my
Okay,
own personal thing. You
know
know
what a good example of that is, in my opinion, is Rashawn Gary.
Yeah.
The perfect number 1 overall high school prospect, and he didn't live up to quite
I'll be right back.
what that was at college, and
Can you
now
go to the
he's
bathroom for me?
and now he's becoming a prolific pass rusher in the NFL. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was taking a drink.
Beer.
The only difference is Aiden Hutchinson put up way better numbers than Rashawn Gary ever did. Was even close to doing in college.
I want to make
But,
the case for
we're-
Aiden Hutchinson.
Making it for Kayvon Thibodeau. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and
Well,
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau was way better than what Gary was too.
Their numbers are probably equal
No,
or
when
actually
you're
less.
talking about like quarterback pressures, it is insane what Thibodeau did with the amount of snaps he took as well.
I don't think so. Anyways, Hutchinson, I'll say this for the elite traits that you might be looking for. He has a better overall athletic package than Thibodeau. He just does. And his 3-cone drill, people don't look at the 3-cone drill very often. His 3-cone drill was an elite time for wide receivers. The wide receivers were not even putting up what Aiden did, which means the short area quickness, I think, is very, very underrated for Hutchinson. He has that ability. Like, why is he jumping around tackles anytime he wants? Last year when we saw him, he's a massive human being who's standing up on the line and then still running around people, grabbing them, doing these weird moves that are like going. It's because he does have an elite trait. It's his strength mixed with that explosive quickness that I think sets him apart from other people. I think it translates to the NFL.
All right. I'm okay with it. I'm nervous about it. That's basically where I'm at. So, all right, instead of kind of going through the whole draft here, we're all set on that. So the Lions are on the clock at 32. Some of the last couple picks. You got Green Bay, 28, took Jahan Dotson. You got Kansas City, took Boy Mafe. Kansas City Chiefs took Daxon Hill, so he's gone. Travis Jones went to the Bengals. Now, the Lions are on the clock at 32, and the trade's in here. Now, this is what they did.
Yeah, this is big.
Very interesting, and I want to know what you guys think about it, and that's kind of the way I think this is going to go. Cleveland Browns send pick number 44, Baker Mayfield, and a conditional third-round pick in 2023 to the Detroit Lions for pick number 32. Now, some players that you could have. You have Treylon Burks. You could have Cameron Thomas, edge, Quay Walker, who's a decent Quay Walker linebacker, Kyer Elam, Kenyon Green,
Matt Corral, George Pickens, Sam Howell, Roger McCreary.
There are some big names on there. Do you make that trade knowing who you could select? Now, don't look too far ahead, Ryan. I don't want you to be like, well, that guy was still available when the Lions were available or picking, but like taken. Would you make that move? Do you like that trade? And I'm very interested to know what you think because I know we're kind of both on the same page when it comes to Baker Mayfield. Like, do I want you? At what price? What do you think?
I'm actually for this trade.
Me too.
Yeah, I would take it. I would take Baker Mayfield in a second, actually, in this scenario, just because I think he's such an upgrade, and I think he has a ton of flaws. I don't think he's like a championship-level quarterback right now with his decision-making now and his injury last year. But he's still better than Jared Goff. And at least he gives you something extra where he can escape a pocket, create a play, and do something on his own. And we just haven't seen that from Jared Goff. I think this is an upgrade at that position, and then also does not hurt them. They're not giving too much away in this case to move from here down to pick number 44, and then we also get a third rounder.
Conditional. Obviously, yeah. I mean,
so if we end up getting a third too, then to me, yeah, the whole package, well worth it.
Yeah. So the Browns select Treylon Burks, which that's the name that I'm like, I want him a little bit. You know what I mean? Like that's the one that I'm like, all right. I would love to have Treylon Burks with Baker Mayfield and see what kind of offense we can put together quick. But I don't know. Anyways, Jacksonville takes Cameron Thomas. Lions are on the clock. They take Quay Walker, linebacker out of Georgia. They say just a couple of selections after trading out of pick 32. The Lions are back and take – oh, they didn't give me any information. I basically just said that. My bad.
Yeah.
What do you think about that pick?
I don't know. I don't know what to think. This is one of those where I'm just going to trust the coaching staff if they do take a guy like Quay Walker. He has a lot of upside. He's very athletic. Linebacker's tough to evaluate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think this trade in general is probably the most likely for the Lions. I think this is their opportunity to trade down, get something, add the 44th overall pick where they select John Mechie, wide receiver out of Alabama. No. There's Lewis Seen still on the board. You got Zion Nelson, offensive tackle, on the board. Kenneth Walker, Kyler Gordon. I mean, what do you think about that pick? I know we did wide receiver rankings a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I don't remember him being on your top 5, was
No. I don't like this pick at all. Stay away from John Mechie in the second round. He's not physical enough. He's not fast enough. He's not big enough. He's not good enough. So I would say guys still on the board at this point. Christian Watson. He's my number 3 wide receiver overall. Still available right now. Take him. Sky Moore, I would take him over even a guy like Kyler Gordon. We talked about the Washington quarterbacks. He's still available. Kenneth Walker. Like, I would take a lot of people over John Mechie.
So we just talked running backs. Lions at 66th overall take Brian Robinson Jr. out of Alabama. I don't know anything about this guy.
Again, too high.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a bad running back, but way too high.
And if you look at this draft, it's like big schools, right? I mean, that's kind of what this mock draft was about. You got Michigan, Georgia, Alabama.
Way to throw Michigan in with Georgia and Alabama.
I mean, Leo Chenal still on the board. Linebacker,
some
Wisconsin.
teams showed up, some didn't.
Yeah, too many people again.
He looks at Micah.
You all right with that? Micah's like,
Sorry.
yeah.
Why not?
No more Kyle.
No more Kyle.
No more Kyle. He done.
Off the board.
And with Mr. Irrelevant, Kyle has been not selected. All right, moving down. And this is just a 3-round draft. I just thought it was interesting. 97, obviously I like this pick. Detroit Lions select Ed Ingram, inside offensive lineman out of LSU. I think it's an important position for the Lions. I think that's high-quality guy. at that pick, and you just solidified your offensive line. Because, I mean, obviously you're going to have your right tackle issue with Vaitai moving on at maybe this year or the end of the year. You don't have to overpay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that seems like a really good move in this scenario.
What did I actually miss here? You summed this up, Aiden Hutchinson, Baker Mayfield?
Yeah.
There was a trade?
Yeah, for the second first-round pick.
Oh.
Pick number 32.
That's what happens when you go use the restroom.
By the way, careful if you use the restroom because it's got like a motion-activated light turned off halfway through my piss. And I'm trying to like...
Whoa. Had to finish by memory?
Trying to like hold... Yeah. It's real dark in there. Real dark.
He's got small hands. It's all right.
That's not the only thing.
Double-jointed thumb. Double-jointed thumb really helped out, though.
Is that my thumb?
And the
Or what?
glove.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. The glove helped.
The glove. He uses gloves every time. Latex ones, just disposable.
I always do. I'm a germaphobe.
He doesn't wash his hands. Just,
Just in case just in case the light turns off.
So I want to wrap this up by talking about the Lions did. I want to know what you guys think. So this is just a 3-round mock draft. Obviously, they added Aiden Hutchinson, Baker Mayfield, a 2023 third-round pick, Quay Walker,
Quay Walker.
Quay.
John Mechie, Brian Robinson, Ed Ingram. Ryan, what do you think about this draft?
I think really, really good, solid up front. I love the first part of this. Mechie, Robinson started to lose me some. Come back strong with Ingram.
I look at this as like laid out perfectly. Just the wrong guys were selected.
Yeah.
Because there was better players available.
Yeah, I'll take the layout all day. Yeah.
Do you want the Baker Mayfield thing?
You'll have to listen.
You guys talked about it? How long was I gone?
So
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't that.
I was talking to some dude out there.
While the lights are off.
Yeah.
You guys are both waving, but
Yeah.
then it finally turns on.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
He had a Tesla, and I was like, that thing's sweet. Let's go to the bathroom.
I saw a
Quay Walker? Quay? Is that your name?
I had to ask you how many times? 4? How many? Over under 3.5 times. I have to ask how to pronounce it. Draft night. That's going to be the question.
3.5?
Yeah, you'll overthink it. We won't talk
Yeah.
about him.
I just overthink it.
Draft
all.
night's just the first round, right? So we're fine. We're not going to talk about
That's true. Yeah.
That's true.
He'll
So I'll
sandbag
take
this
the
bet.
under.
it. Deal.
From the Red Wings to Michigan State, we're talking about it. This is State of My Sports.
Ryan, can you explain betting hero?
I was going to ask Micah the same
Micah,
thing.
can
It's so
you
weird.
explain betting hero? I feel like you haven't talked much. And this is our fault.
It's a
I'm
Lions.
not blaming
Wow.
you.
It's a Lions
I'm not
podcast.
blaming you. I'm just like, that mic is on, right?
I left for like a half an hour, so I don't know.
Betting Hero is a website you can go to. Type in the code MIBETS. Go get yourself some promo codes, some promo money. They're going to have promo codes coming up on fights, coming up on PGA Tour stuff, coming up on NBA playoff stuff. Go win yourself some money. Help us out, and that's it.
Even NFL draft, right? Like there's a lot of
100%.
over and under. If you think a team is not going to go with Thibodeau, that's what I would be betting on.
I saw a
He's
one that was
fallen.
over under half running backs drafted in the first round.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. What would you do?
That might get interesting.
That one would, I want to put money on that
Is
one.
any team good enough
That
to
would
take
be
a running back in the
really
first round?
fun.
No way. I don't think.
That still needs a running back?
I don't know if any teams are out there right now.
Interesting. right?
Baltimore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's,
that's
almost
not
a
a bad
That's
one.
almost a guarantee.
yeah, but they're too high in the draft. They're going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like
They're-
what? Never mind. No, we don't need to get into that. Mock draft started over. Mock draft. Go back to the mock draft screen. No, I'm just kidding.
Corner.
Who's winning the
Edge.
Yankees-Tigers game?
3-2 Yankees.
Nice.
It's weird how that just settled
What?
down. 4 hits for the Isn't that right? Or am I just way behind?
Oh, this game was ridiculous. So many walks.
Really?
Garrett
There's
Cole
been-
walked 5 guys in the first 2 innings. Didn't even get out of the second inning.
Yeah. That's rare. It was his shortest outing of his career.
Did you see him get
Against
rocked?
the Tigers.
Shoot, he gave up 3 home runs to one player in a game.
Oh, Vlad
Yeah,
Guerrero.
Vlad
Yeah,
Guerrero.
Junior. Yeah,
Heard of
that's what
him.
made me ask
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's all right.
I couldn't remember the name.
He's a good young player.
Kind of good.
He seems all right.
You'll have to listen to 2 years ago episodes where we talked a lot about
I
him.
think he's better than his dad.
He's really good. Anyways, last week I had a 5-leg parlay. It
You
was
really
plus
screwed it up.
$6.95. I screwed it up.
Okay.
I had the Hawks money line. That was correct. I had Trae Young over 3.5 threes. He was 1 of 7.
Oh, jeez.
So that really screwed me over.
Yeah.
I had Trae Young over 30.5 points.
Trae Young
Why
crushed
do
you.
I do that?
Yeah, what do you love this
He
guy
had
or
24. I don't know. He seems like an easy bet, and then I'm wrong every time.
Oh, definitely an easy bet. You just picked the wrong side.
Yeah, that's a good point. Easy for
bet
Vegas.
wrong.
Look at the
Vegas
guy.
is like, this is an easy bet.
He's-
Throw it on the board.
He's goofy. His hair is thinning out. You can't put money on that.
something? That's true. He's got weird hair.
Yeah.
I should talk to John about my bets before I do this, but tell me when I'm wrong on some of these. No, don't do that. But I also had the Rangers over the Flyers.
Xander
They
Schauffele?
won 4-0. I had Blue Jackets over Canadians. They won 5-1. I got the hockey thing dialed in. When it comes to money line.
I
right?
got to jump in with a hair story real quick. So
Yeah.
you were talking about Trae Young thinning hair and all that. Just today, I was talking to Ari about Cade Cunningham because he's like, he got some tacos, and I was like, Cade Cunningham eats pretty healthy too, and he's a vegan. He's like, really? Vegan? He goes, does he have a girlfriend? And I was like,
Great question, kid.
I don't think so. I'm like, no,
None of them
he
do.
doesn't. He doesn't. Okay, like, yeah, I'm trying to like answer a different way. Like, no, discourage that kind of thought right now. And then he goes, yeah, makes sense. His hair's pretty poofy. Oh man, it had me just rolling.
That's funny,
it was
man.
so awesome.
It does seem
So
pretty
good.
poofy.
Seems
Yeah.
pretty poofy.
All right, so now I'm 2-7 with my Wednesday parlays, and I think I'm going to put these on hold here in the near future
Why?
because I have something else to work on.
What?
Oh, why?
Me and my coworkers are coming up with something good. It's real good,
Okay.
and I think it's going to be the new thing for the podcast.
I love it.
Mock
Awesome.
draft 19.0.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can't wait to start the 2023 mock draft in
Yeah.
2 weeks.
This time, only 4th round and later.
Names nobody's heard of.
But I'm going to keep it going, even though some people hate it. I mean,
Who hates it? I like it.
well,
You lose every time. I love it.
Well, I'm 2-7. You try putting a big parlay together and win. It's hard.
Oh, did I cost you some money today? Actually, you cost yourself some
I
money
cost
today.
myself some money. Today.
Yeah. He sends me Liverpool versus Man City. Who do you like, and will both teams score a goal? And I said, oh, yeah, 2 best teams in the Premier League probably. Like,
Yeah.
they'll both score a goal.
And
But I like Liverpool.
So it's Liverpool to win. Both teams score.
Yeah. And then he's like, later,
I didn't know there was a difference.
I'm going to look at it. I'm like,
Man United.
well, then he said, yes, it was Man United. And they lost 4-0.
Man City's very different than
Well,
Man U.
and not a laughing matter, but
Ronaldo
Ronaldo's
was
out.
out.
Oh my
Because his
god.
son passed away. I don't know much about that, but that's
What?
a big story.
Yeah, so like I guess he had twins, right?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man.
And his son must have been born. I would assume they were both born.
I think
and they were
so,
probably
yeah.
going through some like medical issues with him,
Yeah.
and then
I don't know if it was early or
I don't know much about it.
I was
but-
just talking to Adrian about it, and she's like, "We got to figure this out." Like,
Yeah, he cost me money though. So
so
Ronaldo
yeah,
did
back
by
to
not
that.
playing.
So I'm like, yeah, I don't know if they score without, or it's not a safe bet without Ronaldo
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah,
like,
and they didn't. I think they had
they
like
lost 4-0.
I think they had 2 shots on goal the whole game.
Wow.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It was so
But he
bad.
said it was Man City,
Yep.
and it was not. So
I didn't know there was a difference. Why is there a difference? Why are they naming 2 teams man something?
well, it's like New York Nets, New
yeah.
York Knicks.
Because of Manchester. Yeah.
It's like Michigan State. Why do you have 2 Michigan teams?
Because they have enough fans for
Well,
both.
all right. So I think Manchester United should be Manchester City and Manchester something else, like united together to become a really good team.
It's got a lot of
All
feelings.
right, moving on.
He's got a lot of feelings over there.
I'm not happy about it. I don't
No,
know how my other
no.
bets are doing. I haven't even looked, and I probably should.
Had you got the team right, I probably could have helped you a little bit there.
You would have said no. No, Sam, don't do it. All right. Anyways, this week, tomorrow, Wednesday, parlay might be the last one. We don't know yet. I'm taking the Nets plus 3.5. And with that, I got Durant over in the points and the threes. Now, be careful. If it's over 3.5, that's where you can get, like, if it's set at 3.5, that's where you can get really in trouble. But I look at Durant being like, Kyrie, get on my back, buddy. I got you. We're going to take this series over right here, right now, and we're going to double middle finger them together, mostly me, with threes and points.
Oh, double finger in the home crowd.
I thought it was on the road still.
It should still be
It's
on
still
the
in.
road.
It's still in the Celtic. It's still at Boston.
Boston.
Oh, that was just game 1 that they played.
Yeah, yeah. They
Oh.
get 3 days
I
off.
think
I
it
think
was-
between or like probably
It's
8 games,
wild.
8 days. They get so much time
They're
between
so
games.
The
That's
NBA
out.
drags
Oh,
their
yeah.
feet.
Well, they have to
bad.
The
recover.
NBA
Yeah.
sucks.
I like your
suck.
next one.
Give me a
Your next one's
break.
solid.
76ers money line.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
Yeah, people aren't expecting it because you have a couple guys out, I think, because they didn't get the vaccine or something like that. It's games back in Canada.
Yeah,
they can't play.
They're role players.
They're the better team. It's going to be an easy money line win. The Avs, hopefully -1.5. They've been putting these NHL games at 2.5. I don't like that at all. If you have to use an alternative spread to make it 1.5, Edmonton, same deal here. Hopefully 1.5, might be 2.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Those are the picks. It's our beer grade sound, Kyle. Did you like that?
I can't hear.
Can't
I don't have
hear.
headphones.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Not that you would wear them if you could.
Did you like that?
It's actually loud in here too. Like,
Is it?
it's like sometime when John or Ryan was talking, I'm kind of like,
Or I don't know if is it picking up background noise? I can't tell.
It's the fans.
yeah,
Oh,
they're off right
okay.
now.
Well, I mean, we have fans everywhere. So thank you guys for coming.
Yeah.
All over the
Oh,
world.
that's rough.
Hopefully we have the
That's
same amount
rough.
of fans coming on
Tons of fans,
on
just not very many
Thursday.
comments.
fans only. Making noise. Is that what is it? Fans only?
Can you make him? Can somebody make him stop? I don't. Him.
Real quick.
John can shut down the whole show.
Beer grades.
Beer grades. Again, we are at White Flame Brewing Company here in Hudsonville, Michigan.
Yeah, huge shout out to them. This is awesome.
Thank you guys for letting us. We're actually
Food
in their
was good?
brewery. Like if you're watching this live, you got these kegs.
Oh,
you see
you're
that?
about to
White
knock
Flame,
one of
just
those
knock
over.
them all over. You got the big things right there. You got Star Wars. I wonder what's up with the Star Wars. Do you think what does that mean? I know that's Princess Leia. I can tell by the earphones, but
My guess is they
she's got bigger
label-
headphones than you, Kyle.
They probably label those just like Coopersville does.
Oh yeah, but Coopersville uses the big
Pistons.
5.
Pistons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to say what's in use and what's not, though, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, if you name them. What else are you going to put? Like number 1, number 2, number 3? This is more fun.
Well, that one has a
You
number
don't
2 on
remember
it.
that stuff. You remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
trust me.
All right.
I should-
Remind everybody.
Kyle's just-
I should probably get a camera and
bro.
go around.
Yeah,
myself
yeah,
over
just
here.
walk around with the camera.
Yeah.
We got about a 3-foot extender on there. You can probably take a couple steps. But all right, Micah,
You want me
can
to
you
go first?
remind us what we're drinking?
Oh.
And then we'll give them grades. Like, so I was drinking Mo Peep peas.
Mo
Peas.
Peep.
Mo Peas.
Mo Peas.
I think Mo Peep sounds better. Because wasn't he a basketball player?
Well, you also asked
Pete.
for some
Mo
Mo
Pete.
Peas.
Yeah.
Mo Pete. What?
Michigan State.
You also asked for Mo Peas. Like you want
I want Mo
Peas.
Give me Mo Peas.
Mo Pete,
American
uh-huh.
IPA.
Give me
I didn't
Mo
get- I didn't-
Peas.
yeah.
Peas,
They're
Peas.
American
Now it's
IPA, 5.8 percenter, 70 IBUs. It's a smash IPA with mosaic hops.
All right.
What'd you think?
Solid. Honestly,
It's a good
there's so
Is that
much
what I had?
flavor. There
Second
was so much
Mo
flavor
Peas,
in it.
yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
it was
Your
like a
second one.
juicy. You know, like the juicies seem to have more.
Calm down. Sorry, continue.
I mean, more sauce in
Yes.
it, right?
Yes. Saucy
It's
IPAs.
a saucy IPA. How is that not a thing yet?
that sounds weird.
Let's get Ben on the phone. We gotta get that a saucy IPA.
You'd get.
What if they take them? What if they take them? At
Take
2
what?
overall, it's a saucy IPA.
What did he call them?
Not a juicy.
Oh,
Juice.
Juice.
Okay, okay.
Juice. Juice
saucy
Gardner.
The saucy
The
double.
saucy
I
double.
now I want them to take Sauce Gardner
Do you really though?
just for that.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, you're very fickle. You're
And then,
very fickle.
and then the rest of the watch party, I will be talking about how much I hate the pick.
Doesn't
Yeah.
care about the
You
Lions
don't
at
take
all.
a corner at 2.
Didn't we do that a couple years ago?
3.
Okay.
Different.
Oh, sure.
He's good, man. He's just been hurt. No, he wasn't been good.
He's just been
Not,
hurt.
not year 1.
I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Let's
Let's go
move
back to
on.
Lion stuff. Go to the Lion stuff.
Oh, but, okay. Mo Bees. Mo Peas. Sorry.
Mo Peas.
This is a good beer. I like it.
I really like this. Beer.
7.4.
So what is White Flame? So they have on here stronger beer, White Flame Brewing Co. But then they also say like it's that's just it, strong beer, right? That's what they go for.
Strong
And
beer.
They nail it. And I know they have great food too. That mac and cheese that you were eating earlier, I've had it before.
Man, it
Love
smelled so good.
So
Pizza
How was
good.
the
too.
pizza, John?
The pizza,
Pizza was great.
Really nice.
Pizza was great. I would eat 3 more of those
Yeah, I'm
before
down.
I go to bed.
I'm in.
They were at Burning Foot last year too.
Really?
Were they?
Yeah,
That's right.
they
What's
were.
Burning Foot?
Oh,
beer festival?
Burning Foot Beer Fest.
It's a beer fest.
Muskegon, right?
Oh.
So
Yeah.
much fun.
Pierre Marquette, they basically corridor off majority of the beach.
You can
It's
camp.
a beer fest.
You can-
Inside you can camp
You can just bring a tent.
or bring a boat.
You can bring a tent or just sleep on a Trav's boat.
Garrett
Joe's
Cole,
boat.
basically the worst pitcher in Major League Baseball over his last 3 starts.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna give it an 8.4. I really, really like that
Oh,
beer.
nice.
Then I want you guys to go. That's while I go to the bathroom. And I'm hoping I can be back by the
He's gonna
time.
pee himself.
Yeah,
in
we
a
can
minute
just
here.
we'll just go through this really fast and then wait for
Yeah.
you in silence.
Let's literally
awkwardly.
finish the podcast while he's
I already
Johnny-
shut his mic off.
You know what? You had Mopees too, didn't you?
I had the Mopees, and
Well,
the second one I grabbed was hold on just a second here. It's the Trail Pale Ale, which was also good, a little bit lighter, but the Mopees was great.
Oh, I wanted to try
Huge
that.
fan.
Yeah.
It's just a lighter. I
Is
don't know. Yeah, a little
Is
lager.
it as good as Mopees or not?
No, Mopees is
No.
good. Got
Is
a little more flavor to it. A little
I thought it had good
sweet
flavor.
on the end.
Yeah.
Probably like 7.7. Yeah, it was good. It was
solid.
a good drink. Yeah,
Solid for sure.
We get Sam go to the bathroom.
Mope, and that's what I had my second beer too. I'll give it a quick grade too. I'll go
Yeah.
7.9. Really good.
Nice.
I'll do the next one though. Brownish English. It was the brown ale / English ale.
Which one do you like better?
What are you talking about? Which beer?
Yeah, which beer?
Oh,
yeah,
I thought you were
yeah.
just like brownish or English. Which one do you like better?
Wow.
Because I only had
he
one beer.
Really
I don't know if
liked
you had like
both
one was better than the
beers.
other.
I was more. I don't know. IPAs have been scaring me off a little bit lately, so I kind of was looking forward to the ale. So I think I'm going to give it a better grade. The ale, brownish English. I'm going to go 8.2.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was a good one. Good flavor.
Yeah, I noticed you jumped on that train pretty quickly when the bartender was like, "Hey, do you like IPAs?" And you're like,
I'm like, no,
not right now."
Hate them right now. So what else you got? No, they came through. I like it.
Very nice.
Carrie had the Mango Haze Juicy New England IPA from Big Lake Brewing. Solid, but wishes there was a little more mango-y to the flavor.
More mango.
8.3.
That's kind of how I felt too when I had it. More mango. More
Maybe-
mango,
He
please.
was just like,
Big Lake, I am looking forward to summer getting back out to Big Lake.
Man, they got good flavors though.
Yeah,
so
they-
it almost surprises
absolutely.
me they didn't go more mango flavor because they're like.
wonder if it's a difference between like, oh, sorry, Sam, I cut your mic.
Yeah,
I wonder if
you're-
it's a
you're
difference between like can and like maybe draft. I don't
yeah,
know.
that could be,
Maybe.
yeah.
You
I don't
can
know.
Keep his mic cut. That's fine.
Yeah.
We were gonna end it.
And there was way less background
I ran.
noise when
We
I had
didn't
that
get
turned off.
I pushed that pee out so fast.
Yeah,
I'm
the
kinda
podcast
sore.
is flying by too.
I think we did pretty good.
Covered a lot of ground.
So I was drinking Double Tap tonight. It's a 4.5% or 65 IBUs, a crisp golden-bodied session IPA, packing a huge Amarillo dry hop. I'm going to give this an 8.3.
Yeah.
Can you
Solid
taste
beer.
the
Love that one.
Amarillo?
Yeah.
Are you at the point now where you could like taste a beer and know the Amarillo hop?
Not quite. I can kind of. I can't really nail them down. I can tell you what I like.
We should pay attention more to that to see if we can figure out. I know like Citric or Citra and Mosaic are
Citra,
really
Mosaic.
popular for those New England
Citra.
IPAs.
Citra hops.
But see if we could
Double
figure that
Citra.
out. The
Stop
difference
with
between
that
that
brand.
and the Amarillo. That'd be interesting.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
I like Amarillo. Have you ever? What is it Amarillo sour? Have you ever had one of those? So it's kind
Yeah.
of like a whiskey sour.
Adrian drinks those.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
I feel like
I'd
that
love
was.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way. Actually, I did not. I just.
He was upset for a hot second.
I didn't realize what I
Nice.
did. I didn't even realize. That was
didn't
not
either.
intentional.
I
Usually
just got it
it's
10 minutes
intentional.
later.
I think it's like a Jason Aldean song too.
Is it?
I was just
Yeah.
saying it like she orders them, so I've
Yeah.
tried them before.
Jason
They're
Aldean
actually
also
pretty good.
said
Yeah.
his girlfriend tries them too, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
You took that very
underneath
well.
underneath an Amarillo
Yeah.
sky.
He was mad for a second.
I
but-
blocked it out.
Yeah.
I forgot what happened.
I've never seen you order something like that.
No, I don't order it, but I like it. I'm a beer guy. Like when I'm around people, I feel like I have to order a beer.
Why?
It's just a reputation.
Why?
You got a big reputation.
Not
to
me. I
hold.
go wine and whiskey.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of always drink beer together. We don't order.
We do.
anything
That's
other
true.
than
Yeah.
that. I like other stuff though.
Last
I'm
time we were
a
all
big.
together, you were drinking Bud Light.
Yeah, I did order a
You should be
Bud Light.
kicked off this podcast for drinking Bud Light.
Yeah. How dare you?
Bud Light. What does you guys go to like domestic? Do you have a go-to domestic?
Heineken.
Kyle,
We've
you're
never
Coors.
talked about
I was
this.
looking at John. John is probably like a Miller Lite guy.
No, he's a Coors.
I don't have a domestic one, but you know what I always drink when
Corona or
What?
Heineken.
Heineken.
I'd say about 10 months out of the year, it's Busch Light all day.
Busch Light. I
I
like
like
Latte,
Busch
the
Light.
latte.
I like a 30 pack if I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop and grab some
Just
beer.
rack it.
But
If you're going cheap, go cheap.
yeah, Miller Light's up there. Coors Banquet.
Ooh, really?
I do like a Budweiser every now and then, but I obviously don't drink like a box of those on a
I like a
weekend.
little High Life sometimes.
High Life? High Life, yeah. We've had it.
I
What about you,
also
Ryan? If
I
you-
also love the High Life.
But Ryan is not like a. I think Ryan is more like wine or whiskey.
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah,
just
100%.
drink a beer
I would
for
pass
fun.
on beer every day of the week for wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
And whiskey. Except for Tuesdays. I seem to drink a lot of beer on Tuesdays.
Yes, yeah. Same here. I'm usually
Michael, what's
just-
your
generally I'm
go-to?
just Scotch.
Basic Bud Light. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the hockey guys that I play with like Coors.
I can't do.
I don't like
Coors.
Coors.
Oh, see, I don't mind
I'll
Coors.
drink
I don't
it,
like
but
Coors
I'm
at
just
all.
Banquet or Light? Coors Light.
Coors
Oh.
Light.
The Silver Bullet, baby.
Yeah.
I like a good
I miss
Coors
those
Banquet.
commercials.
I actually don't miss. I don't
Banquet's
mind
good too.
Miller
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
Actually, Miller and Coors, both of them.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I would take that over Bud Light.
yeah.
I
yeah.
hate Bud
Yeah.
Light.
Really?
I hate Bud Light. It's
I could
so
drink
much
2
water.
and be hungover or have like a stomach ache,
What do
but
you
I
guys,
could drink
what do you
30
guys
Busch
think of
Lights in an
Natter
hour.
Days?
What's a Natter?
Oh
Day?
yeah,
Are
baby.
those
the
up-
strawberry lemonade.
The pink
from
lemonade?
Natty?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
The pink
Does your
cans.
husband drink that?
That's what he drinks when he's
Why is
not.
Micah not laughing?
That's what he
I
drinks.
got him.
husband
I
doesn't
got
drink
him.
it.
Because I drink it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna say that's what Sam's.
I love that
That's what
stuff.
Sam orders when he's not around like a group of guys. It's a
I
Natter
ask
Day.
you for it in a martini glass too.
a Natter Day? It's a lemonade.
With a straw.
Strawberry lemonade beer.
with an umbrella.
It's actually
straw,
really good.
yeah.
I'm thinking about getting it
That was
on
bound to
draft.
happen. I saw that the whole
How does
time.
it go this whole time not falling? Now it does.
Well, anyway.
So we had this whole
Episode
short
one.
podcast. Yeah.
we just ended it.
That
That was a quick
Little-
5 minutes there.
little
of Just
longer.
total BS.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else?
Nope.
No, that's it.
Jarrett would
And-
like us to blind taste test the top 7 to 10 domestics and guess which one is
That would be
which.
fun.
That would be fun. He's
And then
right.
rate.
He is absolutely right.
Let's do
Great
that.
call.
Let's do it.
Jarrett, finally you've contributed. Thank you.
Timer starts
I-
and
It's
timer
hurtful,
stops.
and I love it.
Are we recording next week
Shout out to
on
listener
Tuesday
Jared.
with the draft on Thursday?
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do the domestic night next week
You want to?
What, you're
On
doing
the-
a double?
Oh.
on the deck.
well,
Wait,
the
what?
Thursday's
On
just
the
a live stream.
On the deck. Let's
Not a
drink. Let's drink
podcast.
some
Yeah,
light.
well, the weather's not going to be there. I
Tuesday is
guarantee
a-
it.
no.
No.
An episode.
This weather has been terrible.
Yeah, it's going to get warm this
I'm really
weekend
mad.
and then cold again.
And then cold again.
Yeah.
That's what constant. We get one nice day, boom.
But
knocks out.
I agree though. It needs to be a deck episode.
Definitely.
I think
do
so
that.
too. Yeah.
When we do that?
Especially because I'm going to be
All right,
peeing
so
every
let's
2
save that.
seconds.
Let's save
Yes.
that for
In
closer to
his
summer.
bushes.
We need the
All
back.
right.
Yeah.
thanks.
Great call, Jarrett.
Yeah,
Thanks for
I-
listening to the
call.
show,
I like it.
Jarrett.
I mean, we've talked about it before.
Hit
So
him in the
it's
nuts
not
with
like
that.
new.
No, that's an amazing idea. This is a refreshing idea. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Sam just taking credit for that? Like we've talked about it before.
Oh yeah, we were going to do that
Micah,
once.
have we talked about it before?
Oh, for sure.
Only,
Thank you, Micah.
only on a March Madness
Oh.
thing, and we've never
What is
ever
it,
done a March
Natter
Madness.
Day?
But it
Yeah. We're gonna have to do a natter. No, we do Michigan beer. But we'll have fun with that one.
we should also end this podcast.
I just want to say thank you guys for coming.
because I
thank
love you
you all.
guys.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you all for
If
listening.
not sooner. Doesn't somebody say that?
Yeah, I think
at
so.
some point?
That was episode 153.
If not sooner.
Here at White Flame Brewing Company, thank you to White Flame.
Yeah,
you
big
guys
shout
are
out.
awesome. Great stuff. Great beer. Great food. Thank you guys for recording. Thank you all for listening, watching. Talk to you next week. If not sooner.
You've been listening to
If not
State
sooner.
of My Sports. From the Red Wings to the Lions, to the Tigers to the Pistons, to Michigan and Michigan State, and everything in between, we're talking about it. And don't forget the beer. We hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. In the meantime, hook up with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at State of My Sports with an MI. We'll see you next time.